me make sure that my headphones are turned off. There we go. Let me turn my light on. I am a little bit behind. There we go. Okay. I hope you're doing okay today. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. We've got a lot to do today. So, okay. I didn't expect to start with this, and I'm a little sleep deprived, so my words aren't coming out quite right. It's okay. Back in January, I tested to see if I could make some quick mugs that still have the comfort, the cozy base, the cozy handles. And so I made a batch of these 5 quick mugs and glazed 5 of these beauties. And so I will have 5 of these if they all make it through hot water testing. And I am renaming these Alchemy of Opposites. So I'm excited about these. I think these will be about $50. I'll be able to knock about $15 off of these. And so far, they're all looking great. Okay, and there's the last one. You know, just nice, uncomplicated. I didn't fuss over things quite as much as I do on my other shapes. I wanted to see. Okay, so I did a lot of kind of wild testing on this batch. Here was one of the tests. It's a turquoise grotto, but I painted it over a blue glaze instead of my normal black glaze. And this is a new, I keep calling them cuddle mugs as a working title, and I'm not sure if that will be their actual title, but the bases are super cozy, and the handles are cozy, and they've got divots that just make the gripping really lovely. Okay. All right, here's another tester along those lines. I did the same turquoise grotto, but on a green base. And I don't know about this. What do y'all think about that? You know, this may be one that grows on me. I may develop that a little bit further in a bright red interior. Okay. So again, I did a lot of, you know, the energy's just been so wild and a bit chaotic lately, and it's showing up in my experimenting. So I don't know what, hello, I don't know what I think about this one yet. And a turquoise interior, okay? It's a little naughty looking. It's a nice feeling mug though. Okay, so in the last restock I did kind of a Mother's Day special, just a lovely pastel-y kind of abstract landscape combo, and somebody wanted to see it in a larger, yeah, it is a naughty mug. Somebody wanted it in a larger, and so I made one, and I absolutely love it. And this is kind of this is the bigger version of the cuddle mug. And I have been naming this a mother mug because it's just big and cuddly. Okay. Well, for as much wild experimenting that I've done, thank you, Tracy. Yes, I'm very pleased with this one. This one maybe a top shelf. It's beautiful. And this has just a lovely cozy base. Mm, that's a desert oasis. Okay, you know, I have been experimenting with a combo called Purple Mountain Majesty, and I haven't settled on it yet, and this is not the final. It's pretty wild, very colorful. Okay. Oh, all right. I got one that needs a little bit of grinding down. I had somebody say that they were loving the spicy red pieces, but wanted one with a notch, and so I've made that to add to the restock. Yep, I gotta grind it down a little bit. All right, last piece on the top shelf. Okay. Wow. Look at that. You know, I didn't know what to expect on this. I really like this. This was just sort of chaos glazing, kind of like I do on the Stellars, but there are extra steps after the chaos part where I add a little bit of order back in. Look, it looks like where I add a little bit of order back in with the drippy glazes. And I've got another one on the next shelf. I like this. I'll probably do it on a slender mug in the next load, but that's gorgeous. And I did another set or multiple listing of Stellars on larger mugs today. Let's start with those. So all of these are different. And so, oh my gosh, look at that. I should have done this a long time ago. I have underglazed 4 mugs this time with just black glaze, and I set them aside, and when I am finished with a glaze color, I'll just wipe the brush with those glaze colors off on the mugs, and then at the very end I add some star looking elements, and it's a Stellar Chaos now. And so the Stellars used to go for about $100 because I was spending so much time composing the Stellars, and these are just whimsy, and they're amazing. And so instead of spending all of that time and charging $100 for them, I'm just chaos glazing them, and these will probably be about 60 bucks. So I'm super excited, and these are nice, tall, hefty, slender mugs. The last 2 batches had smaller handles, and these owl's face. Oh, I can't see it. I'm gonna look, Tracy. All right, 2 more. Hopefully they all turned out. Yeah, it looks like it. And so they're just lovely and all very individual. All right, what else? Oh, okay. I needed some calm in this chaotic glazing session, and I think that I accomplished that. Look at that on one of the cozy mugs. These little divots. They're so cozy. Okay, so I can dip. One of the reasons why I'm able to take some, significant dollars off of these is because I dip them. I found a bucket of obsidian glaze, and so the thing that I am learning is that it doesn't work on most of my glaze combos. It just drips, overly drips, and I think I've got another one. Let's see what this, okay. I tested 2 out and I'm feeling a little bad about it, but yeah, lots of crawling and over dripping. And so I wanted to see if maybe now that I'm glazing different than I did back in like 2019 when I tried this before, if maybe it would be more successful. And no, that's why I don't dip most of my glazes. So these will go into the next wonky stock. Okay, another turquoise grotto experiment with a different underglaze. I really like the turquoise, but I don't know. I don't know if I will do that again. It's a nice feeling mug though. Oh, I made a really pretty one, but the handle has some clay pulling away from the body. So I'll probably use this and drink out of it for a while and see if it does anything weird, and if not, I'll put this in the next wonky stock too. Look at this! I'm definitely gonna make this again. That is a wild, colorful landscape. That's a cozy mug. Golly. Okay. This is a Green Mountain Midnight, or Green Mountain Magic, and it looks like whatever overglaze I put on top of that was a little thick. It did not drip, and this is an incredibly cozy mug. This drip right here, for those that are like tactily sensitive like I am, and any break in a flow is just something that you notice. A little drip right there kind of breaks the flow a little bit, but if you are not tactily sensitive, you may not even notice that. This I was going for like a deep desert gorge. It looks kind of naughty. I don't know what I think about this. I think I like it. The colors are wild. I think with all this wild experimentation, I'm probably going to knock a bit off the price for all this chaos. Maybe, ooh, not this one. Oh, wow. This is the last piece, and this is the other kind of chaotic flow mug. I think I like it. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Yeah, the real weird, colorful landscape one. Okay, this mug, I have held on to this mug for months. Not sure what to glaze on it. This is incredibly cozy. Just a lovely grippable handle. And I don't think I've ever mentioned why I make my handles the width and thickness that I do in general. I try to make them as thick that they fit really comfortably in this divot. And when they are grabbed, you're not having to squeeze too tightly right here, and it just creates a comfortable grip, in my opinion. Anyway, so that's the last one. Look at that. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to get started on the hot water testing and get ready for photos and for Janet to do the measuring and stuff before she heads out of town. She's heading out of town for the week, so we're going to shut down shipping until the restock. So I hope that you'll have a fantastic day. Bye, and whoo, just take a deep breath. We can get through it. Bye.